y'all, keep it a buck. Who the fuck wants to fight Rolly?
And you're weird. You were acting like you wanted to fight Rolly. Your later girlfriend run away, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a ZEUS Network Baddies, okay, season whatever episode, girl. I think this is the third or fourth one, and the episode just picks up right where we left off at, right in the middle of Rolly wrapping, you know, Ann up, girl, because she had to get folded under. And the fight breaks up. Rolly is going off because now she's like, yes, I told these hoes not to play with me. I told these hoes not to play with me. And we all know like how Rolly gives it up. Like once she gets started, it's kind of hard to kind of get her back down. Y'all gotta have some wine and weed ready for Rolly to kind of, you know, decompress. And it's in the opposite side of the house, just acting weird. She's like, oh, my nails are still on. My nails hurt. The girl did an excellent job. Like, girl, you're just talking and rambling, trying to make something stick, trying to make it sound good, but it looks weird, and give it up. Honey, give it up. What New York say? Delicious, give it up. You look like a man. Delicious, give it up. And it's going off like, I'm not going to back down. You're not going to sun me. But, and you were the one who was bucking up. And then now it's, oh, I don't want to fight Big Bad Rolly. And she's like, oh my gosh, Bree, God saved you. And then she's like, oh, Rolly, oh, like she's just like all pissed off. And then she's in a confessional like, don't nobody want to fight Rolly. Girl, you was acting like it. You were really acting like it. And I know you were actress in your world, in your industry, a sex actress, but you should know. And it's fixing Rolly's wig. She's like, where my wig at? Where my phone at? She's just, you know, she's getting started. Still popping shit. She's like, I feel like my grandma just came to the school and beat me up for getting bad grades. No, don't try to call her old down. Because if anything, you should be able to outrun grandma, and you were not able to do anything. She calls Persuasion and tells Persuasion that she, you know, she's fighting. Persuasion is off getting her eye checked out, girl. And says that her feelings were hurt because, you know, she didn't think that she would have to get into a fight. She didn't want to get into an altercation with Rolly, and Rolly honestly didn't want to get into an altercation with her. But what did she expect to go, you know, to happen after she was hooping and hollering and I don't care about none of these bees and all this and all of that? So that was weird, but you can tell her feelings are hurt. Rolly is still snapping like, oh, she only want to come at Bree because she thinks Bree is weak as F. And at the end of the day, you was telling me that Jayla and Natalie were talking about people. You just as fake as them. I'm sick of all these girls. She's in a confessional saying that she's tired of all these girls coming up to her second ways, sideways, pretty much saying that such and such, and who you know, everybody are talking about one another. Rolly lets it be known that Slim is the only girl who she's vouching for, who she's rolling with in the house. And out of nowhere, Jayla and them come over and they're kind of just talking. Says, well, I can kind of see where she's coming from. I understand where she's coming from. I don't know why she said that, girl. Why are you trying to make it make sense? I know you want to seem like you have your own brain so that you're not just up under Rolly and being her lapdog, child. But that was not the right time to say, well, I understand. And Rolly says, well, you can go over there with them. You can go over there with her since you understand. And then she was like, no, Rolly, that's not what I mean. And I mean like this and I mean like that. And they're just like trying to start bickering back and forth. Like, you know, you want to tell me she was right for, you know, telling her to get out my room. If it's about her stuff, that she should have went upstairs and protected her stuff. I'm not doing these little girl games with y'all. And it does seem very juvenile. But the whole idea of bad girls, baddies is juvenile. And it's ghetto. So like, what you mean? Rolly tells Jayla that Ann was talking about her, saying that they were pretty much putting a battery pack in Krishan with the whole Persuasion, Sua, whatever. Y'all say I was saying her name. It's Sway, or girl, I'm still saying it wrong. Then Rolly and Slim, they fake make up after they had their little disagreement, and Slim starts crying, Rolly, I love you. I would never take their side over you. Then what was you trying to do? And then she's all emotional. What you so emotional for, girl? Slim is giving, you know, snooze fest. It's giving lapdog. It's giving Nene and Cynthia, but Cynthia was more beautiful.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that shit really hurt my feelings. I'm just like,
I don't know, y'all. This episode is giving me very much filler. So Ann and Jayla and Krishan start talking, and they try to fake come over. Oh, we were just coming to check on you, but really it turns out, oh, we're just trying to see what Rolly was talking about what she was, you know, what you said about us or whatever. So Jayla pretty much asked her, were you talking about us? And she said, yeah, well, you know, she had asked me how I feel about Jayla and such and such. And all I said was, you know, they're just messy boots. Like, you know, that's all I said. And I'm saying it to you, and I said it to her. That's what I was talking about. And she was like, how am I messy boots? Girl, you know how you messy boots. Why she gotta explain that, Jayla? You know that you're messy. Like, what's tea? And she's like, oh, well, I mean, are you offended by that? Are you upset that I said that? And Ann gave her, like, you know, it was kind of for real. Like, are you upset that I said that you were messy? Because you know that you're messy. And, like, I mean, not Ann is messy, but at least she knows it. Jayla, you're messy. And everybody knows it. So what are you so upset that the girl called you messy boots for? Like, it is what it is. Make it make sense. When she asked, do you feel away? She was just like, well, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm messy because I told Krishan something. And basically, I think this is why Persuasion and Krishan, or Ann and Krishan fought, or Persuasion. I don't remember. But they were just saying, and you know, Ann was just saying that, you know, yeah, y'all was being messy, putting a battery pack in Krishan back. They start arguing, Jayla and Ann. And you know, it turns into, well, I'm whatever type time you want, I'm whatever type time you want, and I'm a millionaire, and I'm not doing this TV. I've been on TV. This is your first go around. And Jayla starts getting all hyperbolic once Ann goes upstairs by the way of security, and Jayla's doing all of these motions, this, that, and the third. Krishan kind of fell back. She was just trying to watch it see. She was like, run up, you talking about why you being so weird? They just wanted to jump on her, honestly. Once Ann is finally upstairs, Jayla goes all the way off and lets us know that her hands and her feet have never failed to her. She's never lost a fight. Not to any white person, not to any fat person. Her hands are solidified. Persuasion is getting picked up from urgent care. She said, my son, yeah, I have a little minor scratch on my eye and I just have to go get checked out. Persuasion, you're weird for that. Like, you got a scratch on your eye, you had to go to the doctor, you had to go to urgent care for a scratch on your eye, girl. You couldn't figure out that that's what it was and it's gonna heal on its own. The producer and her have this weird little, you know, back and forth. And Jayla pretty much talking. They say, I was waiting for you to hit her. I thought you was going to hit her with something. And, you know, Jayla's in the background saying, like, you know, I was really doing Ann a favor because I knew as soon as I would have hit Ann, Krishan was going to jump in. And Krishan and Jayla seemed like a weird duo because when Persuasion was saying all that you dirty stuff, I feel like Jayla was just watching to get the pot stirred. You know, she's trying to play talent and TV producer, like just getting it rolling, doing Natalie's grunt work and dirty work when she's not there. I mean, Jayla, what are you really doing? What are you really bringing right now besides stirring the pot? You're doing that's your role. Like, you're not about to be out here fighting and pulling and tugging on yourself. Jayla don't give me that type of person. Like, she's not gonna fight Krishan. And none of the other girls are probably going to say anything to her, so it's weird. It's giving weird. It's giving filler episode. It's giving day late and a dollar short. I'm doing this weird, you know, we're going to cross off such and such off my list. And it's crossed off the list. Persuasion's crossed off the list. Rolly and Slim are on her list. And then she's like, it's somebody else. It's somebody else, girl. The somebody else that we're talking about was Brie. And I'm like, let me find out Brie is going to be like a 7. Because all of the bad boys gave it up somehow. You know what I mean? Even Dylan, he was kind of in the background, but he was in some conversation. In comes Rolly and Slim, and they're all talking. And Jayla is stuttering like, oh yeah, well I just told her, and da-da-da-da. Rolly was looking at Jayla sideways like, girl, you know you getting it started. And that's kind of what I got, because Jayla's like, and I'm just telling her because I fuck with Krishan more than I mess with so-and-so, and since she's my friend, I'm going to say it, and what she does with the information is what she does. And on one hand, it's like, yeah, I understand, but you know Krishan is a firecracker, and you know, you're just trying to get, you know, your money's worth. Honestly, I feel like Krishan need to be aware of that, and I don't think Krishan is with it enough to understand and see when people are pulling her strings. Like her saying, I'm gonna tell her because I'm more cool with her, it's just convenient, instead of just being owning it and being like, yeah, I'm messy, and what's next? What's next? I feel like that's a real baddie. She should have just been like that. Not, I'm just telling my girlfriend, because y'all not really girlfriends like that. Natalie shows up to the house and the producers are like, you know, oh, they come outside and they do this weird thing like, oh yeah, Natalie, the house has been a mess, it's been, you know, wigs have been dragged. Like, girl, why are y'all doing these weird scenes with the producers to make it seem like more reality? Because it's not. I hope that's not the case. I don't know. Natalie goes in and she's like, I went to go pick up another baddie, and here it is, I'm with Scotland, or Scotty Too Hottie, never heard of her. And she's being introduced, and while she's trying to be introduced to the group, Krishan is looking at her laughing like, Yeah, you're weird. Why is this weird? She's like, yeah, and Scotty is trying to be like, yeah, well, let's get to the bag. If y'all with all this fight and stuff, let's get to a bag. And Rock is looking at her like, girl, I don't need you for no money. Did you forget? My man is Blueface, baby. We have tons of money, you know, girl. Scotty is probably going to try to play peacemaker, try to, you know, get everybody back on one accord. Maybe, hopefully, we see her in the trailer having a one-on-one with Ann. Maybe she's trying to be the glue that the girls need, but Krishan ain't feeling her. We see Natalie's gonna have a little blow up next episode, so we're gonna see. Maybe we'll get some more drama in the next week episode, but it was so drop down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this week episode. Do y'all feel like Jayla is messy? Comment down below. I want to know if y'all think if Jayla is messy. And you know, half of us ain't feeling Ann. More than half ain't feeling Ann, so we ain't even gotta get into it. But make sure you like the video and help me on the YouTube algorithm since I'm a day late, y'all. I'm here though, baby. I'm still here. You feel me? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I try to do this every Monday, but sometimes it'll be on a Tuesday. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. I ain't gonna drag it out. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.